It's mostly me. It's mostly me.
All right.
I've been told I'm very hot.
By whom?
Actually, on the show, I should share that. Welcome in, everybody, to the DNVR Nuggets pregame show. A very lively DNVR bar crowd tonight. Very lively.
A little intimidating, if I'm being honest.
I'd say a confident bar, too. It's interesting, man. Like, the Nuggets, man. People feeling it.
There's nothing that gets my confidence up more than when I walk into the bar and people just start shouting my name. Like, I feel good about that.
We did get an Adamada's cheer on Thursday. I don't know if we'll get another one tonight. We'll see. Don't want to fully steal the show. Actually, I couldn't possibly steal the show today because in our midst is none other than Johnny Depp himself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Johnny Depp.
Look, I literally feel pressure to wear a floral shirt on any playoff game, and I had to debut the tweet jacket eventually. So.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, the other day I told you most handsome you've ever looked. You've topped it. This is even better. I think you're the Nikola Jokic of dressing.
Don't make me blush on the internet.
Vogt, this is Vogt declaring he wants Miami, dude. I don't know if they're going to get out of the first round.
My wife is here tonight too. I'm like trying to hide her so she doesn't see Vogt.
Yeah, I know. I brought Devin to the bar.
Oh my God,
too,
our significant others.
This was the wrong game to do that. Apparently,
may have been intentional. I can't.
Over here, it's just Eric.
What's up, guys?
Nothing. Should I give you a better one?
No, I mean,
are you ready for this one or what?
Dude, I'm very ready for this.
Ready?
My body is ready. My mind is ready. My soul is ready. I wish it was an evening game. I feel better about evening games for some reason. Like, there's something about the rhythm of the dance and the rhythm of the motion.
There's a rhythm.
I don't always, but I feel like the Nuggets are going to get it done today. I'm feeling good about it. Like, I just I like where they're at as a team, like from a mental standpoint. They're unshooketh.
Afternoon games, they tickle the frontal lobe, but night games straight brainstem, baby.
Just an ice pick to the
Then over here, the handsome one, Harrison Wind.
Well, the great part about night games is you just have all day to prepare. You just have
That's
all
true.
day to think about the game.
So true.
And it's the only thing you can think about.
This one came up quick.
Yeah.
This one did come quick. We're presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR. Dev is late getting here, so he's out the club. He's not going to give us our bets. Eric, you're going to have to step in and win us some money. Can you do that?
I mean, I win myself money. If you guys want to tag along, by all means.
I kind of do.
Then yes.
But first, we are talking about Game 4. Nuggets have a 2-1 lead over Portland and an opportunity to get a pretty commanding lead in this series before coming back for Game 5.
Insurmountable, dude. 3-1.
Well, yeah, it's what matters. Nuggets have never seen this. No, but in Portland, of course, if they tie the series, they make it a 3-game series and you get right back into this. Harrison, what can you tell us about the pregame and some of the game notes leading up to this one?
Well, Michael Malone's top focus and his big message for his team ahead of this one is we got to be prepared for the sense of urgency that Portland's going to play with.
Yeah.
Because he knows that they know that they being the Trailblazers, that if they drop this game, I know lots of teams have come back from 3-1 series deficits recently.
Name one.
But it's unlikely. It is still unlikely for a team to come back from a 3-1 deficit. So Portland needs this game. The Blazers know they need it. Terry Stotts knows they need it. The Nuggets know they need it too. So the Nuggets will be ready. They will be ready for whatever sense of urgency Portland has tonight.
The Nuggets they've never given us an easy series. They never have. It's been all 7-game series other than the Lakers series, the heartbreaker in 5. But they've never given us one where it's like, oh, sweet. You know what? This game, it's not a must-win. Yeah. Every game is either a must-win or it's like has major implications. If you get up, Game 5, it's not that they don't want to close out on their home court, but at least it's like, hey, it's not the end of the world if you lose this one. You still have an advantage. So Denver, I remember this with the Melo era, by the way. So many 5-game gentleman sweeps in the first round. You never got the chance to feel actually good about them. And then that 2009 series beat the hell out of New Orleans. It felt great. You're like, you know what? You know what's fun? Being up 2-0.
I know.
No pressure right now.
We can be the Smuggets a little bit.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, don't bring it. We never will be the Smuggets again. That'll never happen.
I'll totally invoke it, but just not yet, bro.
Not yet.
It's crazy. After every playoff series in the Jokic era, after Game 7, we're just like, oh my God, that was a freaking marathon. And to finish a series in less than 7 games would be such a weird feeling.
Dude, I
don't want to get ahead of myself.
I'm
putting
2-1. It's only 2-1.
I'm putting the cart before the horse.
I watched with very jealous eyes our own Avalanche beat. Go through the first round, just absolutely mop the floor with the St. Louis Blues, and it was never close. It was like tied for like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
In the whole series, they were just like happy the whole time.
Yeah.
They feeling good about themselves. I want to feel good about myself, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
too.
Nuggets.
I want to feel good about myself as well. What else do you have from the pregame?
So defense, another talking point, another key.
No way.
For the Nuggets tonight, according to Michael Malone.
That's not like
And
it.
it wasn't on my list.
I thought this was an interesting stat that he threw out, though. The key with defending Portland, obviously, is to limit them from three-point range. That's what the Blazers do. That's what they did in Game 1. They take and make threes. They made 19 threes in Game 1, Portland did. 16 in Game 2. 14 in Game 3. And 4 of those 14 came in the final 43 seconds of the fourth.
That's right. Yep.
So they've got to defend the three-point line like they did for most of Game 3 again.
And the question becomes, how much of that was luck, regression to the mean incoming because they missed open shots, and how much of that was Denver disrupting something about their offense? I think it's comfortable to say Denver did not shut down the three-point line, but did they disrupt something so that they weren't getting a high volume of those pass, wide open threes or drive and kick threes? And I think the answer to that part is yes. It's how much. And it's also, this is the nature of being up in a series, is if you get through a first half, Denver's up 12 points. Portland has 3 or 4 three-pointers. They're not making it. It becomes harder, not easier to make threes as this goes on. So if they come out hot, you got to weather that storm. But if you can get them down, push them down and put them into panic mode.
This is the fatal flaw of the jump shooting 3-point focused team. Like
jump shooting teams can't win championships.
they can't if they're the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. And then, but is Portland as good as the Golden State Warriors?
The Cavs won that year when they were the number 1 3-point shooting team.
But they hit LeBron James.
I mean, Portland can be a beaten and battered Denver team, with threes.
Yeah.
With threes.
To me, it's not the juggernaut Nuggets.
This is the fatal flaw, is that their offense relies heavily on confidence. Yeah. And if their confidence gets shaken, they start missing shots, and they don't have the ability to switch it up and just go bully mode in the paint. They scored a lot of paint points with Nurkic, but it's not something that gets the whole team going.
Right.
They don't have another way to attack you.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, we can move on to this next section here, talking about what will it take. But my first question in this section is, Game 2 was extremely chippy. Game 1 I thought was contentious, but not chippy. Game 2 was both contentious and chippy. I thought Game 3 was a little bit more regular. It didn't have a lot of bite to it. Do you think Game 4, I'll ask you this first, Vogt, do you think Game 4 is going to be chippy?
Yeah, because I think there will be tension on Portland's side in Portland's house. And I think that permeates, and then it becomes cyclical. And so, I think Portland will feel it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get to Game 2 levels, but probably a little more chippiness than Game 3. Because I wonder if Portland's thinking all right, we brought the physicality in Game 1. The Nuggets brought it in Game 2. We got to bring it again.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that breeds more chippiness.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the start of the chippiness is Facu, right? Just getting under the skin of Dame Lillard and getting under the skin of their stars. And I think that they kind of took a step back and they're like, all right, we can't let this guy get to us this way. So I think you saw an intentional step back from being aggressive that way. So I imagine it'll carry forward, because I feel like they don't want to get knocked out of their comfort zone that way. So
I think it's going to be chippy. I think it's going to be very chippy, because there's only 2 outcomes. Denver wins, and Portland is playing a close game or blown out. Whatever it is, Denver's ahead, and Portland's fighting for their lives. They have to, it elevates the stress, it elevates the anger, the frustration, all of the intensity. Or, Denver's not up, and I just think, Denver has some guys that are going to not back down on those. I mean, Monte Morris, Facu Campazzo, there's guys that are going to be out and in their face. And if this gets contentious and Portland has the lead, I feel like Portland's going to start talking as well. I mean, Nurkic loves to talk. He's at his home court. He loves to egg on that stuff. So, to me, I think this game 100%.
Please.
Game 3 was more of a cerebral game, what's going to happen is pivotal, this or that. I think Game 4 is a willpower game, and when that happens, you dig deep. You dig back into that brainstem.
Well,
I think it's a brainstem
if Portland
game.
feels it slipping away also,
it's gonna easily be a brainstem
then they'll
game.
get chippy. If they feel it slipping away in the second half.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Another question I have, will there be major adjustments made? If I could define the series really, too fast, but the cliff notes of it. I think Game 1, Denver came out regular. Let's play our regular style of basketball, see what they do. Portland made the decision not to double Jokic. Okay, Game 2, Denver decided to bring the defenders higher up on the court. They used Aaron Gordon a little bit more on Damian Lillard, and they were able to get that one. In Game 3, Nurkic going to the bench unit early, going out early so he could come back with the bench was a major adjustment. And also Denver getting Jokic on the move a little bit more was another adjustment on Denver's end. That's to me. I wonder if we're at the point already in the series where the cards are on the table, or if there is another major adjustment. What do you think?
I think there are two. I think we'll see Portland, maybe not right out of the gate, but I think we'll see them go to that double a little more often. I know that just bit them, but I think you look at this and you go, do we let Jokic get comfortable again, or do we make Austin Rivers beat us again? I think it's got to be the second one. Also, I think you got to put Nurkic back with the starters because they learned it can't be Kanter.
I don't think they will.
And then what do they do? Go small?
But it won't be Kanter either.
Do they go small? And see, I feel great about that.
I do too.
And then follow-up question, Wind, if they go small, does that make them more likely to send help, do you think?
Here's one thing about that. Denver now has prepared for, I know it was a short turnaround, but Denver now has a game plan in place for, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson or Carmelo Anthony on Jokic, we're doing this. Everybody know where you're supposed to be. This is our plan of attack. So in addition to it being a mismatch already.
So I think the most interesting thing from Portland's perspective is, do they double Jokic more?
Yeah.
I think they will double him more tonight. I don't think it's going to be like an exclusive double, but they will, I think, double him the most tonight that they have at any point so far this series. I just put this out on Twitter before we came on the show, so if you want to check it out, go to my timeline. Over the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter in Game 3, Portland pretty much doubled him every time.
Yeah.
There were 5 possessions that Portland doubled him on. Like in the closing minutes of that game, Denver scored on 3 of them. The 2 misses were a Facu 3 and a Rivers 3. So I think Portland will look at that and say, let's just make Facu and Austin Rivers beat us with 3s, like Vogt said. And that, to me, would be a better game plan if I'm Portland than keep going how things are going with Jokic.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see more doubles tonight.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we talked about it early on in previewing this series. Like, this really comes down to, this is not what Portland can do. This is like, what is Portland able to do against Jokic? Like, all of the adjustments that Portland needs to make are all basically like, how can we contain Nikola Jokic? And he's been scoring. Like, yeah, we're going to double him and then get an Aaron Gordon game, get another Austin Rivers game, and it's just more. I don't know. Like, I just feel like the Nuggets have sort of figured out everything that they can do with Portland. Like, I really don't know what else Portland
Well,
can
I think
do.
Denver has to adjust to Nurkic with the bench should they go back to it, because that unit actually crushed Denver quite a bit.
What is that adjustment?
And I really don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what Michael Malone comes up with. Part of this is
Maybe
just being prepared for it, like understanding here's where Nurkic is. The rebounds are really important, so making sure everybody knows right now, everybody needs locked in on the boards. Can't give them this, where the rotations are coming from and different things like that. But I'm curious to see how they handle it. But I don't know that there's major adjustments to be had. I do think that Portland's going to try out a very super small lineup against Jokic to try to buy a few minutes.
I agree.
I'm curious to see, like, as much as that is a major mismatch, you still have to make shots. So I'm curious to see if Jokic makes the little jump hooks that he's going to be given and grabs boards and all of that stuff. So, and it's just a change of pace. So you never know,
Right.
So we'll see what happens there. But I think even equally as importantly is, how is Portland going to try to attack Jokic there? Because maybe their whole thing is, I've said this, I was on Portland radio yesterday. I said, nobody's really stopping anybody in the series, but Denver for the last 2 games has gotten like 5 minutes worth of stops. And that's all. And every time, Portland's still scoring like crazy.
Yeah.
But Portland's not stopping Denver at all, like 0 stops. So that's what I'm kind of curious for is which group is going to be able to, like, hey, we made an adjustment to shut down that curveball you had.
Yeah.
And now everything else is chalk.
Something I did notice when I looked back at the end of Game 3 and the doubling, we know how bad of a defense Portland is. I just don't know if they have the defenders to execute the double and the rotation and then the help side, because Carmelo Anthony in some of these doubles, man, has no idea what he's doing. So that's another thing. Like, Portland can say they're going to like make these adjustments and actually make these adjustments, but can they actually execute them is a whole nother story.
And I've seen that from Portland media and bloggers, that appears to be the explanation for their reluctance. They're just not good at it.
Yeah.
You could tell at the end of Game 3.
Yeah, you could.
We move on now. Another storyline in this game tonight is that it is taking place at 2 o'clock. It's actually 1 o'clock in Portland on a Saturday afternoon. Denver on sandwiched in between 2 games on the Oxygen Network that is blacked out locally. We do get a nationally televised game.
Look at us, dude.
It's just an afternoon game. It's a little Saturday afternoon. So now it begs the question. I'm excited to have a game here, but Memorial Day weekend, one of my favorite weekends of the entire year.
You're
There he
messing
goes.
with Adam's stuff, guys.
One of my favorite weekends. I
It's
probably
not
have
your favorite. 'cause
When's the solstice?
Solstice, right?
The
solstice is incredible.
Coming up? Is
It's
it
coming up in about 3 weeks.
Is it-
We got
are
3
you-
weeks
How'd
to
I
get it.
know?
Are we about to get
Yeah.
a rant against a barbecue being
I'm just saying. Well, actually, I have to get used to it now because I do expect the Nuggets for the foreseeable future to be playing into late May. Growing up, I never had this problem. We were always camping it up in the mountains. But I do wonder, guys. Colorado, a great state. Many people say the best state. And late May, great time. What is the best Saturday night? Wow, bar is just going.
so
Here
it
we go,
begins, my
baby.
friends.
What is the best Saturday afternoon? Way to spend a Saturday afternoon in sunny Colorado.
I mean, as the chant is going on in the bar that we have, we're waiting
it's
for a
clearly
game,
this.
a game to be played with our favorite team we've been watching.
It's clearly this. What's number 2?
I mean, at a barbecue, bro. Like
A little
outside.
barbecue?
A little barbecue.
What are we
man.
barbecuing?
Little Hassel Calico. What are you talking about? Get some Breck Brews.
I wasn't even trying to go there, but all right, why not? A little Craig for his little
just in
hassle.
his DNA.
It is in his DNA. All right,
Well,
some steaks. Grilling some steaks with the fellas.
if I'm at a barbecue, I like ribs. If I may, I'm a ribman. A
Rib
ribman.
guy. All right. I'm a carne asada guy.
Oh, all
Carne
right.
asada guy. You go.
That's not surprising.
Oh, I'm telling you, get this. It's fantastic. It's easy. Like you don't have to. Nobody with a picky style. Harrison, Saturday afternoon, Colorado.
Dig into my boulder bag in this one.
Oh,
guys.
boy.
There's
Boulder
nothing
bag.
better.
He's like a little slack
There's
line.
nothing better on a Saturday afternoon than
Sandal shopping.
a hike at Chautauqua and Boulder, and then you come down. You go right to the Dark Horse for a burger and a beer.
Wow.
Oh,
Real ones know what I'm talking about. But there's nothing better than Chautauqua on a Saturday afternoon. Tough hike.
A tough hike. You like to really push yourself on this
tough
hike.
hike. You come down, just get a burger and beer at the Dark Horse.
Are hikes better when they're tougher?
You feel better
Yeah, you feel
afterward.
better.
Yeah.
You
feel better.
You feel more accomplished.
That
Otherwise,
beer-
you're just literally just walking.
The beer tastes better.
Maybe
right?
even
Depending
have
on
a
where
beer
you are.
at the top of the hike.
Oh, wow.
At
Some
the
mountain
summit.
brews?
Yeah, maybe a summit beer.
Hell yeah. Some mountain brews.
Yeah, nothing better.
I feel like I wish Dev was here. I feel like he'd have a very different answer for the rest of us. I love Dev.
Dev's like watching a movie. It's my favorite activity.
You're the transplant here. What
My favorite summer activity?
Yeah, Saturday afternoon,
Dev,
baby.
you?
Dude, it may not be a popular answer right now, but how about a day game at Coors Field, man?
Yeah, that's a great way.
I don't even care how good
You're
the
not
site
wrong.
is.
You're not wrong, but like also like
I know
You're
it's
wrong.
like
You're
I know
the
it's like not a
problem.
cool
You're not
answer.
right, but you're not wrong.
But like Eric, let's go to another day game. I miss those.
I know. Brendan and I went to a baseball game and we talked 100% of the
Through
game.
9 straight innings. There was an old man in front of us who's never had a worse time at a baseball game.
Guy's like got his scorecard out.
Yeah, he knows all about
Bums are just
DNVR
talking
now.
about
though.
Coors
the whole
Field is
game.
great, and if you get the side facing the mountains where it's just like it's like a great,
Oh, it's
fantastic
incredible,
dude, you're just like, wow, this is great.
Someone, there's a pretty hefty looking super chat there for some pregame shots.
Pre-game shots, I'm down. It's Saturday. Why
Pre-game
not?
shots.
Let's get this going.
We see you. We appreciate you, and we're
Why
gonna
not?
get
A little Rakia, a little good luck Rakia. Why not,
this
guys?
day started the right way.
I'm still camping, you guys. So you get up to the high country. You know, it's getting harder. You have to go further and further into the woods. But you get up there, you get a good group of people. You're out there. You got the river. You know, like,
You're a big camping guy.
big camping guy. The birds are all out. It's just great, man. Like, there's nothing better than being, especially Memorial Day weekend. You bring up some carne asada. You cook it out there. Maybe
I
a
can't-
hobo dinner.
I've camped with Adam. It's a good time.
It's a good time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
When did you camp?
Wyoming.
Oh, that's right. I was at the lake. Go up to the lake. Are you kidding
That was
me?
ripping, dude.
That's
Jet
not
skis?
Colorado though. That was Wyoming
Yeah, that's
camping.
tough.
So we lost on it. What's that?
Volleyball in Wash Park.
Well,
another
volleyball, Wash
great
Park. Hit up
option.
Wash Park.
Yeah, we actually had a pretty epic little day at Cheeseman Park. All of us, we were playing
Man,
spike
we need
ball.
another one of those.
I
Another
know.
company
now
park day.
Francisco now says he was just kidding. It's too early. Francisco, that was an expensive joke.
That was an expensive joke, but you know what?
We're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna do it anyway.
Kale already did the work. So
What is it?
Thanks.
Fate.
Once,
loves irony?
once Kale gets in shot pouring mode, there's no going back.
You know why?
Like,
It's
once
because
the man commits.
You know why? It's because he's not pouring it for his goddamn self.
Not even sure that's a shot. Might be a little more of a drink at this
All right,
point. But
you know what?
Jivali, good
Jivali.
luck. Hey, what's good luck in
Zavelli.
Serbian?
Zavelli.
We need like a
Givali.
good luck.
Here's to our Lord and Savior Nikola Jokic going against Portland with Nurkic, the fallen son. Listen,
That's definitely Rocky.
we're gonna do this. It's game 4. Not everything is in the balance, but let's pretend like it is, dude. I want a few days off.
So hold on, Sresno.
sure.
Sresno.
Yeah, there it is.
Sresno or
Jivali.
Srekno, but I think it's Sresno, but I don't know.
We'll drink to that, though.
Gee,
We know
boy.
that.
Srečno.
Really herring the dog.
There we go.
Hair of the dog this morning.
A little breakfast.
I know pregame record.
Throw us a like. Thanks for
We got
hanging out.
another 200 plus people in the
We
bar
might
watching.
have 750
I
people
know,
in this bar by
and
the end
we're
of the
rewarding
game.
you with hot Colorado park talk.
I love it. It's good. It was a great time. Colorado's
welcome.
we cover the Nuggets, but we also cover Colorado because we love them.
It's
Just
true.
flexing about our state. Nothing
Flexing
wrong
about
with
it. All right, let's move on now to the part of the show where you guys all make money while we preview the game and exactly how it's going to unfurl. Go ahead and give us. Let's open up the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Eric, you have your bets on the computer?
Yeah. DraftKings Sportsbook exists also on the computer.
Honest to God, had no idea.
Yep. I'm looking at it right here. Denver
Wow.
Nuggets and Portland
That's who I'm
Trailblazers.
betting on.
Denver Nuggets are not favored today. They are
Ooh, that line went further too.
they're being given 4.5 points.
Wow.
It was previously
Hammering
5
Portland.
points.
From a money standpoint, like that makes a lot of sense, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
it?
All right.
Right. Facu Campazzo and Austin Rivers can't possibly do this
Yeah.
again.
This was
against
this
Damian
was
Lillard and CJ
a
McCollum.
similar, if not identical, line to last time. I think it was at 4.
4, yeah.
I mean, in that, I think a lot of people have picked this to go 7. That means the Nuggets have to lose 3 games. If they were going to lose a game, you think it would probably. I mean, it would probably should have been the last game, frankly.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did not lose the last game makes me feel like maybe we're not going 7 games. We'll see, dude. But I'm feeling very bullish on my Denver Nuggets this day.
Are you taking a little bet? Are you going to put a little unit on the
put
Nuggets
some- dude.
money line? Get a better value?
I'm going to take the spread. It's the
Why
same.
would you take the spread? Because then you feel good about losing by 2.
Just take the
You're
money
like,
line.
yeah, we did it.
Screw the spread.
I've been
Take the
bullied.
money line.
I've been bullied. I'm taking the money line.
All right, let's take the money. I'll put a little unit on it. Why not? Doesn't
I
have
gotta
to
make a deposit here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh wait, we get a free bet every day. You get a free bet. Why don't I use the free bet on this one? You know what? If you bet on right now in the month of May, if you bet every day, you get a free bet. So
If you bet, I think something like $20 on an NBA game, you get $5 free bet, which you should use on something absurd, dude. Put a crazy parlay together.
oh, you're right. I just wasted it on that.
No,
one.
like,
Whatever.
you're gonna win $5.
$13.
All right, whatever. So let's dig in deeper here. Let's look. Let's put our analyst caps on.
Oh,
shall
wow,
we?
shall we?
Figure out what is it that we expect the Denver Nuggets to do today? What do we expect out of the Portland Trailblazers and the Denver Nuggets? Let's look first at points.
Okay. Let's see what's going on DraftKings today, guys.
Same cadence, dude.
What else is going on DraftKings today?
These guys hate me, but everyone else loves me.
True.
But they love me more than they like you. All
Love
right,
and hate. It's a circle, and they're meeting at
All
one
right, let's
point.
go. Nikola Jokic, 32.5 points.
It's a lot of points.
You know what, dude? He's averaging
36.
Actually, has he passed 32.5 points yet in the series? Oh, yes, every
Every
time.
single game.
But I'll be honest, at some point they are going to adjust and start doubling him, and I think that is tonight.
You would think.
Also, though, they might just go small, and I kind of feel like if they go small, Jokic will still find a way to eat.
Right.
Man.
There's no doubling him.
Are you taking the points?
Hell yeah.
There is no doubling Nikola Jokic at the top of the 3-point line, though.
There's none.
I took these
That's
points
none. I mean,
last
like
night.
that leads us into our forever and always lock of the year, lock of the century. Nikola Jokic 3-pointer still at only 1.5.
But terrible odds.
I love
though.
that one, although it is terrible odds.
But it's not. But it's free money.
Michael Porter Jr. down to 2.5 threes.
Oh, my God.
They're
MPJ.
just tempting us with this line.
But
They
unfortunately-
want us to take it
But
so badly.
that's almost equally terrible odds.
It is terrible
Yeah.
odds, but I feel better about it.
You feel better about Michael Porter Jr.
Man, I
threes
don't know,
than
actually,
Nikola
now that I say
Jokic's
that.
three? Like Nikola Jokic, what the Nuggets have been able to do is just pull all of the defenders out of the paint for Portland. And
The money's
Jokic
just terrible. It's just minus 180.
Yeah,
You win
but it's-
nothing.
They don't want us
money
to have
that
any
you'll win.
fun today.
It's
I'm
free
not
money.
taking it. You get to have it.
It's
You can
going
have
to
it.
hit. So
you can have it.
decide what you want to do with that. You can put it in
Okay.
a parlay with something else. That's going to hit. Let's see what else we got going. So, do we like
Ooh.
Jokic for a double
All right,
double?
well, hold on. Can I ask you this question? If we assume that they are at some point going to double team Jokic, who are they going to leave over the most?
That's what I was going to say. Like we were talking about Aaron Gordon, Facundo
They're
Campazzo.
gonna,
It's
Aaron
gonna be-
Gordon's line right now for threes is 0.5. He's
Right.
going to be open.
Yeah.
I think I like that one. Now, the money's not great, but you know what? I'm going to put a unit
The
and
other-
something to kill the juice.
See,
I
the other
guess.
thing to look at, Austin Rivers.
Okay.
His point total, 10.5.
Wow.
So I
That's
like
tough.
that. And then I like Austin Rivers over 15.5 points,
Yeah.
rebounds, and assists. That feels like a lock to me.
I don't know if he gets the other stuff.
Well,
I
he
kind
had
of like the
4
points.
rebounds.
Dev, what do you think? Dev
He had
just
4
showed up.
rebounds and 2 assists.
Points, rebounds,
last game.
assists. Or wait, or
Austin Rivers' highest one. That's
points, Rivers, and assists?
Yeah.
Wow, he says it's a
Thank you,
lock.
Dev.
It's a lock.
Austin
He's also-
Rivers, points, rebounds,
Wearing a
and
nice
assists,
shirt.
a lock. Wow, he showed up and gave us a lock. I love it. Okay, all righty. What do
So-
we have? Do we have any of these like freebies where it's like Compazzo rebounds
Facundo
again?
Campazzo 3.5 rebounds to the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
Freaking go.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll
Why
take
not,
it.
dude? He had 8 last game.
And they're gonna play
I know.
smaller. Yeah, like come on, he's grabbing
with
these
it.
over
DraftKings
Nurk.
definitely has not factored in playoff Facu.
You know what they've done? They've just factored in the payout.
Right. That's true. That's true.
They're like they're gonna win this bet, but they'll make nothing.
But the line's like over 9.5 points for Facu.
yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
Facu has like really made himself an integral part of this team, and particularly in the playoffs. Like Argentina said they would that he would. I mean,
I'm taking Jokic rebounds, 11 and a half, and it's plus money.
I
If
like
they
that
go
too.
small, he
This
could
is
have a
tough.
little tippy
I
shot,
know.
like 4 rebounds.
Dude, the tough thing with this is that Jokic has been hanging out on the outside.
Yeah.
He's not been getting any
It's been
offensive
different. Actually, I
rebounds.
would disagree. It's been different. Each game, it's like he's going.
The way that you know is that he's not hit his rebound total except
Yeah.
for the first game. Last time he got 10, but he needed 3 at the buzzer because he's just not hanging around the rim in the same way.
And they got Jokic assists at 6.5.
I was just going to say, if you want to put do you think they're going to double thing to the test?
Yeah.
6.5
Jokic
is
6.5.
really low. Do you
odds
like that,
aren't-
Dev? He likes it. He takes the over
Yeah,
on
takes the
Jokic.
over.
He
I'm
hasn't done
taking
it, I
it.
don't think, in the series yet. So, yeah, we'll get crazy. We're putting all these bets down tonight. Why not?
You don't want to lose money? I don't know.
Do you want to win money?
There's a variety of reasons why not.
What else you got? You got anything
I just
else
want
for
to
us?
ride Jokic double plus a Nuggets win.
I'm just feeling like
as I did last
just
game.
in general.
I just want to ride that.
Yeah,
Do
just
that
in
win.
general, like I feel good about Nikola Jokic. I feel good about Austin Rivers. I feel good about Facundo Campazzo, and like you can sort of extrapolate from that. Like there's any number of bets that sort of say those gamers are going to play today.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's double doubles. There's 3-pointers. Like Jokic is going to hit his threes. He always hits his threes against Portland. Nothing's going to
Guys
change
hear the
today.
bar?
We're getting a chant going, dude.
It's
It's starting to
starting.
get real.
It's starting.
Let's go. Let's go. It's real, guys. It's real and it's magnificent.
It is magnificent.
Oh, dude, I would not take an alternative life.
You're
I'm
offered
good.
one.
I'm good.
We have arrived at a good place. Hopefully, we're going to arrive at an even better place after the game. Hit the like button on the way out, guys, and cheer on these Nugs. We'll be right back here
Let's
afterwards.
go.
Later.
Let's ride.